The Grand Council Hall floated in the middle of the Handari starfield, a giant silver ring spinning above a bright blue sun. Inside the hall, voices from 100 alien species filled the air. Lights blinked on translator collars. Thick tentacles, wings, claws, and glowing eyes were all gathered in one place. The Galactic Council was in full session. And in the middle of them all, standing alone on the speaking platform, was a human. His face was calm. His uniform was dark and clean. The council had already ignored him once, then twice. But now he was here for the last time. "Council members," the human said, his voice flat. "This is not a request. It is a final notice." Several delegates made clicking sounds of annoyance. One laughed. A large, beetle-like alien tapped its claws together mockingly. "You humans always speak like you are important," it said. "But we all know Earth needs us more than we need Earth." The human didn't respond right away. His eyes scanned the crowd slowly, pausing on the faces of the powerful races, the ones who controlled trade, security, and law across the stars. All of them had one thing in common. They had used Earth, used humanity's speed, strength, and problem-solving, but never gave them real power. Earth has carried your wars, your peace, your hunger. "We brought order where you had only chaos," the human said. "But you never listened. Even now, you do not listen." A sleek, glowing creature spoke up, its voice soft like music. "Is this some kind of threat, human?" "No," the man said. "It's a farewell." The room went silent. One of the oldest council elders, a floating orb of shimmering crystal, hovered forward. "You cannot just walk away, human. You are bound by council law." The human smiled slightly. "We were. Not anymore." With that, he tapped a device on his wrist. A bright blue hologram appeared, showing Earth's seal and a single line of text, effective immediately. "The United Systems of Earth hereby withdraws from all council treaties, alliances, and operations." Panic began to ripple through the room. Some stood up, others began speaking loudly over each other. "You can't just leave. This violates every intergalactic law. What about your colonies? Who will supply plasma shields for border patrol?" The human turned away from the chaos. "We offered peace. You chose power. You will remember this silence." And with that, he walked out of the chamber. He did not look back as the council erupted in noise. A tall bird-like alien leaned toward his neighbor. "They won't really leave," it whispered. "They're bluffing." But another delegate, older, more careful, shook its head. "No, I've seen that look before. Humans don't bluff. They calculate. And when they walk away, it's already too late." Outside the council hall, the human stepped onto his small shuttle. As the doors closed behind him, he stared out the window at the swirling galaxy beyond. He spoke into his communicator. "This is Ambassador Kane. Final message delivered. Initiate blackout. No further contact with council systems. Earth is now dark." A soft voice replied, "Copy that. Blackout initiated." "Welcome home, sir." The stars shimmered. The shuttle turned. And just like that, Earth vanished from the network of stars. Asterisk days passed. Then weeks and the silence grew louder. The Galactic Council sent over a dozen messages to Earth. Diplomatic lines, emergency alerts, trade updates. Not one message was answered. Even automatic replies stopped. For the first time in over 200 years, the voice of Earth had gone quiet. Some believed it was a glitch. Others thought it was a stunt. But slowly, the truth began to take shape. Humanity was gone. Not dead, not defeated, just gone. Ships sent to human colonies found sealed ports. The planets were still alive, powered, guarded, but no one was allowed in. Earth's entire space was locked behind black-coated firewalls and orbital defense grids. Even friendly ships were turned away with a cold message. Earth space is no longer under Council authority. Do not approach. Council leaders held emergency sessions. What are they doing? One snake-like delegate hissed. They need us to survive. But they didn't. That was the terrifying part. Earth had advanced faster than anyone expected. Their warships were built with metal no one else could replicate. Their AI systems were 10 times smarter than any Council model. And now they weren't sharing. An ambassador from the Zern species' close allies of humanity requested a private channel. It, too, was declined. Another week passed. Then 2 pirates hit a colony on the rim of Council territory. Usually, the humans would respond first, arriving before the distress beacon even finished. This time, no one came. The attack lasted hours. Dozens dead. Systems offline. A new reality settled in. Humanity had taken more than just their voice. They had taken their presence. And without it, the galaxy was weaker. Meanwhile, far away, on a silent moon orbiting a dead planet, a secret human relay station picked up a signal a Council spy drone trying to sneak through Earth's borders. The AI inside the station calmly activated a countermeasure. Drone disabled. Message logged. Source traced. On the surface of Earth's hidden defense network, a cold line appeared in red. Council breach attempt number 03. No reply necessary. Back in the Council chamber, panic was rising. We must demand Earth return, one leader shouted. How? Another replied. We treated them like tools. Now the tools have built their own kingdom. One elder finally spoke what none dared to say out loud. What if Earth doesn't need us at all? Silence. They had always thought humans needed their alliance to grow, to survive among the stars. But now they were realizing something terrifying, that it wasn't Earth that needed the galaxy. It was the galaxy that needed. One councilwoman pulled up an ancient data chart. She showed how, over the last 50 years, Earth had become the silent engine behind galactic peace. 72% of all border patrols had human ships. 89% of advanced medical tech had Earth origins. 60% of refugee support came from human-led worlds. Now all of that was gone. What do we do now? Someone whispered. No one had an answer, because for the first time in galactic history, the stars felt darker, not because of war, but because Earth had turned off the lights and left everyone in the cold. The Council's nerves were breaking. Each day, more systems went dark. Not because of attack, but because Earth wasn't there to support them anymore. The stars didn't vanish physically, but to the Council. It felt like entire sectors were fading. Without Earth's patrols, trade routes became unsafe. Pirates returned. Raids increased. Medical emergencies in deep space colonies had no response teams. The vacuum left behind was spreading like a slow death. A secret vote was called inside the Council. The topic: send a team into Earth space to find out what they're hiding. It passed. Barely. 6 stealth ships were chosen, all from non-human species. Each crew carefully selected, no one who had close bonds with humans. The mission: infiltrate abandoned Terran systems and uncover Earth's true plan. The team entered human space from a forgotten trade tunnel near a dead star. What they found shook them. First, they passed by a once busy Terran mining station, now cold, completely sealed off. No response to hails. Lights on. No movement. Then a refueling outpost, dark and hollow, but spotless. As if someone had just left yesterday. Not destroyed. Not abandoned. Just locked. They reached the main objective. A floating communications hub once used by Earth to send galactic-wide relief messages. It too was sealed. But something strange waited outside. A satellite. Not of Council design. The ship's scanners tried to probe it. Within seconds, the satellite turned and a human AI voice played in open space. Warning. Earth space is not your territory. This is your only notice. One alien pilot laughed nervously. Just a recording. No big deal. The moment he touched the docking controls, boom, a bright blue pulse struck the ship. Not destroyed, disabled. Every system shut down. The ship floated helplessly. A voice came through their cones again, but this time it was colder. Sharper. You were warned. This is mercy. The team panicked. One of the crew tried to send a message back to the council, but a new screen appeared instead. Signal blocked. Your leaders sent you. Let them feel your silence. They floated in dead silence for 6 hours until, without warning, their systems came back online. No explanation. No rescue. Just power. Returned. On the way out, the ships passed one last structure, something massive drifting between stars. Black, silent, shaped like no known ship. One alien whispered, "That's not a station. That's a warship." The Terran design was clear. No name, no lights. Just a massive hull in deep space, watching silently. They didn't stop to investigate. They ran Dot back in the council hall. The surviving team returned. Shaken. Quiet. Change Dot, they spoke carefully, choosing every word. There are things hidden. Ships we've never seen. Technology we can't explain. Earth didn't walk away because they were weak. They walked away because they were finished. With us. A hush fell over the council. For the first time, someone said the words aloud. We didn't lose them. They outgrew us. The council tried to act normal. Meetings continued. Speeches were made. Trade talks resumed. But underneath the polished floors of the council hall, cracks had already begun to spread. Humanity's absence was not just a silence, it was a storm. With no sound. And now, that storm was here. The first collapse came quietly. On the edge of council space, a medical outpost on the icy moon Corella failed. Its supply routes had been human-managed for decades. Now, with Earth gone, nothing arrived. Within days, patients froze. Doctors left. The lights went out. No one responded. A week later, the Kalari peacekeeping fleet lost its central AI. The engineers were trained by humans. The system's maintenance codes had Earth's encryption. Without updates, the AI glitched. Then shut down. Then came the food riots on Sirith Prime. The humans had provided advanced agricultural drones. Without them, the farms collapsed under. Natural blight, starvation followed. The council sent help, but they arrived too late. And that's when it started. The blaming. Inside the council chambers, voices rose with anger. This is your fault. You let them leave. We should have. Forced Earth to stay under council law. They were just humans. Tools, not kings. But the truth was simple. They hadn't noticed how deep Earth's roots had grown into the galaxy. Not until they were pulled out. In the shadows of the council's capital, whispers grew louder. Some species wanted to beg Earth for forgiveness. Others wanted to invade and take what they believed Earth was hiding. A secret meeting was held between 5 military species. Their plan: send a small fleet into Earth, space-armed, quiet, fast. Take control of a key human outpost. Prove to Earth that the Council still held power. The mission was named Operation Silence. It never came back. 3 weeks passed. No message. No signal. No ships returned. A hidden observer station on the edge of neutral space picked up only one thing: a distorted transmission. Grainy. Broken. But clear enough to be understood. We approached. No warning. Everything stopped. It was already there. Not a fleet. One ship. Just one. Then static. The council demanded answers. The station sent the last image it captured. A silhouette of a single human ship. Pitch black. No lights. It was massive, larger than a dreadnought. But there were no heat signatures, no energy spikes, no visible weapons. Just a cold, silent vessel floating in space. Like a ghost waiting for TRES, PASSERS. And then it vanished. No warp trail. No explosion. Just gone. Panic hit the council. Like wildfire. What are they hiding? What did we do to them? Why didn't we see this before? The few wise ones already knew the answer. Humanity had not left because they were defeated. They had left because they were ready. Across the stars, the galaxy began to change. Old allies of Earth quietly closed their borders. Neutral species started building bunkers. Even pirates refused to enter old, Earth-controlled sectors. The silence was no longer just a mystery. It was a warning. Earth hadn't turned its back in weakness. They had turned their back because they didn't need the galaxy anymore. And now, a galaxy was learning what it meant to stand without them. Asterisk, the council was no longer proud. It was afraid. And yet, no one dared to admit it out loud. They spoke in soft meetings now, behind locked doors. The word Earth had become a whisper. They feared saying it too loud might draw attention from whatever lay hidden in the dark. But they needed answers. They needed to know why. One last plan was made, quietly, secretly. A lone ambassador was chosen from a small species, neutral and soft-spoken. Her name was Rila. She had once served beside humans during peacekeeping missions. She had no rank, no weapons, only memories. She was sent to a quiet moon once used for human diplomatic training. It was abandoned now. The last known human AI hub sat there, cold, silent. Her mission activated. She landed alone. The moon was still. Empty buildings. Dust. No signs of violence, only stillness. Like everything had been paused. She walked into the AI chamber. Waited. Nothing happened. She sat on the ground and spoke into the air. I don't come for war. I don't come for power. I come because we are falling without you. Please, if anyone is listening, help us understand. Still silence. Then, a soft hum. Blue lights flickered on. A sphere floated down from the ceiling. It scanned her face. Then a voice, calm, old, human. Rila, your voice is familiar. You once served on Nedship 9. You treated our wounded during the Drak War. Her eyes widened. You remember me? Humans remember who helped and who didn't. She stood up. Please. The galaxy is collapsing. Systems are failing. No one knows what Earth is doing. The Council is terrified. Just tell me why you left. I was silent for a long moment. Then it replied. Because we gave everything. We bled. We fought. We healed. We built your future. And when we asked to be heard, we were mocked. When we asked to lead, we were ignored. So we chose something better, ourselves. Back on the Council homeworld, Rila returned. She played the recording. Council was silent as the AI's words filled the chamber. When it ended, no one spoke, and one member, shaking slightly, asked, Did they threaten us? No, Rila replied. That's the point. They didn't threaten. They simply stopped caring. That terrified them more than any weapon. And then something unexpected happened. Small freighter carrying refugees was attacked by slavers. Near the edge of human free space, they sent out a call for help. No one responded until a shadow passed over the slaver ships. One massive Terran warship appeared, black, silent, unannounced. It did not speak. That it did not negotiate. It destroyed every slaver vessel in under 12 seconds. Then it sent one line of text to the refugee ship. You are safe. Leave now. Do not return. And it vanished. News spread like wildfire. Humanity hadn't vanished. They were watching, choosing, not saving who they wanted, helping who they believed deserved it. No more council orders, no more politics, no more begging, just quiet justice. One elder, the oldest among them, stood and addressed the chamber. They are no longer part of this galaxy. They are something else now, a shadow force, a myth made real. They are not absent. He looked around, voice cold. They are free. The Galactic Council Hall looked nothing like it did before. Once it had shined with gold and light, crowded with powerful voices and prideful leaders. Now, only half the seats were full. The others, gone, lost to riots, collapsed economies, broken colonies. And through it all, Earth had said nothing. Not a single word. It was not war that changed the galaxy. It was silence. A message came through, not on open channels, not through council systems. It came from an old, unused human relay, one that hadn't lit up in years. It carried no code, only a voice, human voice, calm, unshaken, familiar. We told you once we were not your servants. We helped because we believed in unity. We fought because we believed in peace. But when we asked to stand beside you, you left us standing alone. So now we walk our own road. The message ended with a single phrase. You will remember this silence. The chamber sat frozen. No one dared speak. No one dared move. They had laughed at Earth's departure, mocked their pride, dismissed their strength. Now the galaxy was unraveling, and they finally understood why humanity was never just another species. They were the glue that held everything together. And when they walked away, everything began to fall apart. Some tried to fix things. They sent apologies, begged for renewed contact. But Earth responded, only with silence, accepting rare moments when someone truly deserved saving. Refugees, children, old, allies. No diplomats. No kings. Only those who never raised their voices in arrogance. Only those who remembered what humanity stood for. Somewhere, far beyond council space, hidden in deep void sectors no star map ever marked, lay a new Terran network. Planets untouched by outsiders. Stations lit with their own stars. Civilization growing in secret. Free. Strong. Watching. And waiting. Not for revenge. Not for dominance, but to ensure it never happens again. Because now, the galaxy finally understood humanity did not need the stars. The stars needed humanity.